Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and here we have the Boeing 737 simulator, Prepare 3D actually simulator, and Boeing 737 PMDG model. Come on, just loaded it. And we are heading towards London, and today I'm gonna show you how to descend the airplane using LNAV VNAV mostly, as I promised you before. Here we have flight level 320. We are flying towards this point. So here's the Gatwick airport. I used to fly there many times, and we're gonna fly to Zibo point. Need to set the heading, the actual heading. And then to prepare very fast for preparation, we need to find approach chart. So yeah, one more chart, initial approach chart. So we're gonna fly to Zibo, then to May, then to this point, 3 nautical miles from May, then this point, and then final approach course, intercept the ILS, and we'll perform the ILS approach. Here's the final. Where is it? Where's the final approach chart? Oh, here is it. Here it is. Final approach chart. So we need to set everything: frequency, final approach course, elevation, minimum. I want to do the briefing. If you want me to do briefing, I can do it in other video. For this one, we don't need it. For missed approach, just climb straight ahead 3,000 feet. Straight ahead until passing 2,000 feet and 1 nautical miles from India, whiskey from this house Dami. Then turn left, climb so missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. Straight ahead 2,000, 1 mile from India, whiskey, turn left, and then as directed. Very easy, very nice. So I need to remember this frequency 10.19, 258, elevation of 200 feet, and minimum. What minimum should we set? Well, we can set 3A even, but for this day we'll set minimum of 396. Let it be. So we'll start from the frequency 10.9. Let me see. 110.9 over here. And for first officer, the same. 0.9. Final approach course is 258 for the runway, 26 left, 258 for the first officer. Minimum, I just forgot the minimum. 396. All right, here we have on a PFD in the bottom corner, so we'll set 396. Come on, 396 over here. Perfect. What else do we need? This data is quite old over here on the CDU because it's 2020, and here I just want to show you ident expired 9 years ago. Now data out of date, so it can be different. It just can be different. What I want to do, I want to reduce the speed over here because it's too much to maintain speed to 40, so I'll use speed to 20 over there. And that should be it, and I delete these restrictions. We now disconnect. Why? I'll delete all the restrictions. We now disconnect. We should use VNAV. Why disconnect it? And it's enough, and VNAV. Come on. Yeah, it's working right now, no problems. What else? We need to go to forecast for descent. Transition level, let it be 060 because in Europe it is much lower compared to United States Here you just put the wind, you put the QNH, but I will not do it because we are on a simulator. I don't really need it to show you everything. Here we have total descent, and we should start descent from that point. Yeah, just forgot to set the elevation 200, final approach course frequency minimum here, and it's perfect. We are ready for approach. Are you ready for briefing? Yes, ready. And usually guys talk about the briefing before, much before, because you are very close to top of descent. First you get the weather, then you talk. But nothing is over because you also need to set the VNAV for flaps 30. Let it be 1 to 6. We are very light today, as you can see. We don't have fuel in central tank, and the wing tanks are quite empty, I would say. This is in pounds, by the way. Pounds. How to break 3. I think we are ready for the sand. Also, I usually put the fix. 25 miles. Come on. Yeah, I need to AGKK to go to the runway. Yes. Now 100 miles. 25 miles for NSA, and also 10 miles. This for your top of descent usually. This for MSA area, and this is for your flaps. Usually you extend flaps not later than 10 miles from your threshold, from runway's threshold. Alright, I finished with it. Change the scale over here, and soon I'm gonna descend. It will tell us soon reset MCP altitude over here on the scratch pad message. On CDU message we'll have this reset MCP altitude, and what we need to do is reset this our cruising level 320. We are maintaining it, so we need to reset it for the lower. Otherwise the airplane won't descend. It's the logic. The airplane logic. So in VNAV it descends, it follows these altitudes and other speed restrictions, but you need to reset the altitude over here on MCP, remote control panel. So we have the message. So here's FMC message, reset MCP altitude. Okay, let it be pilot bulk force pilot bulk force 1, request descent. Pilot bulk force 1, descend to plateau 100. Descend to plateau 100. Pilot bulk force 1, and here we need to change for 100. It's just a flight number selection. And here, after we reset the altitude, you can see we have the VNAV scale over here. We have retard, means that our thrust levers go to idle thrust, and then we'll have idle thrust. We'll have arm here. It's auto throttle computer. That's the vertical mode, that's the lateral mode. So arm here, and we have them on idle. Very easy, and we are on our profile, heading towards Timba, yes. But what to do if you are above profile? I'll just show you, guys. What to do if you are above the profile? Here, I'll just reduce the vertical speed, and we'll see what will happen. See, we are going above profile, so profile itself goes below, so we reduce our vertical speed, reduce our pitch. Our target speed for descent, go to descent, so our target speed is 271. After passing plateau 100, we should reduce to 40. The airplane will do it by itself. You see, we are almost 1000 feet above profile. So how to get back to profile? Basically, you need to increase your vertical speed. If I'll increase vertical speed, so I'm in vertical speed mode here. We check the vertical profile, so it's vertical speed, vertical mode, and the airplane now has priority to maintain vertical speed. It means that it will not concentrate on maintaining your airspeed. So you see, little by little airspeed is going up, but we are reaching our VNAV profile. But what if air traffic controller will tell you reduce back to 270 knots and you are above your profile, like here? So you go back to VNAV, you're above the profile and you're in VNAV speed. VNAV now is not maintaining your profile, it's maintaining your speed. So we have idle thrust, your speed is 271, but at this point you're still deviating above, so you cannot reach it. You're deviating and deviating above the profile. You cannot reach it with your current speed. You see? What you need to do here, you need to use the speed brakes like this. And let's see what happens to vertical speed. Gradually it increases, and you are reaching your profile. Perfect. So speed brake helps. Also, if you don't have speed restrictions from the air traffic controller, you may also use level change. Level change, you can increase your airspeed, let's say 300 knots, and you increase your kinetic energy, and at the same time, let's see what happens to the vertical speed. So the more airspeed here you have, I'll just put the full screen, the more vertical speed you have. You see, it's a lot, even with the speed brake retracted. And you're there, you're reaching your profile. But at that moment, at this moment, you need to let your profile to go a little bit upper, because you're on a high speed. You're maintaining 300 knots, but your target speed for descent is 270. So you need space for speed reduction. I'll just leave it like here until I think 600 feet. Let it be at least 500. Below profile, so we are now below. Yeah, 500. Now press just enough, and our vertical speed will reduce back to at least 1000 feet per minute or even less. And you see what happens to the speed, it's reducing also. So we are reaching our target speed, the speed we have. If you are above the speed, you have drag required message on your scratch pad. So we reached our VNAV profile. We are on VNAV. We have VNAV pass, means that the priority is for maintaining the pass. And here we have speed, still above 10 knots above target speed. Well, to reduce it, you basically at this point need the speed brake. So what happens? Speed reduced to normal, and you can retract it back. Very easy, very easy. An airplane on its own descending towards Timba. Actually, it's a joy flight, guys. Use your manuals, company manuals, use your country regulations to fly the airplane. It's just here we are with a joy purpose, enjoying our flight. I don't think that you can use it in your real flight, but you can get some information probably from this video. If you like it, press the like button and subscribe to my channel. So soon we're gonna reach Hotel 100, and now ATC says descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 2992. Well, actually in London you have QNH in hectopascals, which is 1013, but here we have United States type of airplane, so I'll just press 2992 for captain and 2992 for first officer. I don't know, it's standard, still standard. 2992. And yeah, I concentrate a little bit for descent, for the forecast. You need to fill these gaps. Here's just for the joy purpose for us today, but usually in real flight you set everything here. So your flight level, for example, 200, we are below. So for example, 100, and you have wind forecast. So for example 050 /10 knots, so like this for example, and other stuff. So ESA deviation, QNH, thermal anti-ice, just select flight levels that you expect it to be used. So yeah, like this. What do we have here? These two circles are where we're gonna start our deceleration. Deceleration from speed of 271 knots to 240 knots. So we're gonna lose 30 knots over here. So here we'll start losing them, and here we'll finish losing them. Let's see how it will go. I'm just gonna cross-check everything. So frequency set, final approach course set, which is quite good. And also guys, for example, at this point, so we are now direct to Timba. If air traffic control will just tell you go to final approach fix, descend 2000 feet, clear this approach for runway 26 left, you just check, go to legs page. Okay, go to legs page, you put this point or that point direct, final approach fix. Okay, I can use this one. And press it inactive. But what vertical speed should you require, because you shorten your route? So I put this point / altitude, what I need on that point, I put it here, and here I have the exact vertical speed for descent. But you should keep a little bit more, because it is not calculates your deceleration, because we are 270 knots, and yeah, you can just keep at least 200 feet per minute more than it tells you. So here is 1700 feet per minute, just set 1900 feet per minute, 1800 feet per minute, and you'll be alright. That will be perfect for your deceleration. I hope you understand something. Well, first circle here, we are reaching it. It disappeared. And see what happens to our airspeed. It starts to drop little by little until it reaches 240 knots. Perfect. Change the scale. So we'll stop deceleration here, continue descent to Timba, then decelerate over here, and continue our approach for ILS, etc. Perfect. So we're gonna reach speed 240. And increase our vertical speed. The airplane is doing on its own, because we have VNAV, now everything is perfect. Nice. I'm not sure whether it will maintain the proper vertical profile over here. It should, but usually I use VNAV, LNAV until the deceleration point. Ouch, I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm still new in Flight Simulator. Usually use LNAV, VNAV until this deceleration, then I'll go to vertical speed, try to reduce my airplane, extend the flaps, and land. Yeah, and always check the heading bar. Should be alright now. More or less okay. So you always need to set your heading bar in line with your current track, because ATC may tell you maintain current heading or maintain present heading. So here we have the target speed for flaps 30 is 126, not target but VREF. Very easy way to descend. I always use LNAV, VNAV. Well, in some rare cases, then I'll vector it left and right. Of course, I'll use vertical speed, but here, and everything is okay. No any airplanes. You have just standard arrival. I use LNAV, VNAV, and you see, thrust levers are in idle. Very efficient way to descend. Very efficient. Okay, well, now I set the standby to official horizon to approach, and here we have these approach bars pumping up. They're the same with these bags for Localizer and for Glidestone. Now we are tuning, and now we need to change the heading. Change the scale once again, and after May we'll start our deceleration. Again, the real schemes, the real charts may not be the same with what we have here, because as far as I know we need to maintain 4,000 feet over May. Okay, 1000 to level off. ATC cleared us descend to 2000 feet and cleared the approach runway 26 left. Power block force 1. Descend to 2000 feet, clears approach 26 left. Power block force 1. Okay, approaching deceleration point over here. Gonna reach it very soon. See what happens to the airplane, then we'll reach it. Start the turn again, set the heading bar, heading back there. I wonder if it will be on profile after deceleration. Well, anyway, I can use the speed brake, I can use whatever I want. So deceleration and speed, you can see the speed goes down for deceleration. It will go to flaps up speed. Probably, or no, I may check it on CDO. It will go to speed 220. It will go to 20. Oh, radio altimeter live already. KNH 2992 check. We are quite below profile, because we should have reached 2000 feet over there. But anyway, we just fly. Maybe it would be okay if we were at 4,000 feet or something at this point, but anyway. And it's not efficient now. As you can see, we have thrust setting, thrust levers reducing thrust. Now it went to not very efficient for us. We'll see what happens next. I will not use any kind of modes except of approach mode. We can extend the flaps, but it's very early for now. You can see flaps limit placard over here. We can extend flaps 1 at speed to 50, flaps 2 it's also at speed to 50, and the same for flaps 5. For flaps 10 it's to 10, and for 15 it's 200. So we have them just in front. And it's time for the base turn. Okay, we are clear for a pilot's approach. Then you will be less than 90 degrees with final approach course. You may press approach. Okay, now less than 90, press approach. We have, oh, it's already warlock capture and glide bar. You can see localizer bar over here. And I will just set the runway heading. I set it to 258, why it's 259? Cannot change it. Why? In real airplane you can change it. Just overflown a little bit. Now it's time for flaps extension. Flaps 1. Let's check flaps 1. And in VNAV the speed automatically goes to this one position over here. Just maintain flaps 1 because we are quite low, we are far away. Yeah. Pilot block force 1 established on localizer. Contact tower, pilot block force 1, okay, tower, goodbye. Gatwick tower, pilot block force 1, good morning. We are localizer established 126 left. Clear to land, pilot block force 1. Clear to land, pilot block force 1. Ah, wind is calm. Approaching the glide slope. We are at 1 because we are very light. If we were heavy, I would have set flaps for 5. Let's up capture. Alright, missed approach altitude 3000 set. Okay, now let's extend from flaps. And yeah, gear down. Put flaps to 5 green line, gear down, flaps 15, because we need to be stable at 1000 feet. Star switches continuous, and don't forget to reduce the airspeed. But we are okay. We can extend flaps to 30. No problems with that. 30 target speed 131 and
1000.
Reducing. Yeah, we're quite fast for stable approach. Now you may check the final approach speed that we have here, and at 5 knots, and you'll have your target speed that you might say over here. Okay, speed is reaching its limit. We were quite unstable at that point, but as I said, guys, it's this simulator is just for the joy purpose. Should have extend flaps much earlier. And now I'll disconnect the autopilot. I'll need the PFD autopilot, auto throttle, all the lights, and continue manual flight. I hope.
Approaching minimums.
Runway side landing. or continue
100,
deviating below, deviating above. It's hard to
50,
fly this simulator.
20, 10,
Speed brakes up, auto brake in use, reverses. I don't know how to open the reverses on this simulator. Full stop. Nice, perfect. I like it. As you saw, my friends, most of the time I use LNAV, VNAV, which takes data from your flight management computer, so you don't really need to do many of the stuff. We just extend the flaps and we just intercepted the localizer from LNAV and glide slope from VNAV mode, which is not usual picture for me. Most of the times I use LNAV and VNAV until deceleration point, then I go to vertical speed. I reduce the vertical speed, reduce my airspeed, decelerate the airplane, extend flaps, extend gear, and then intercept the localizer from LNAV. I may use it, but from the glide slope I usually intercept from the vertical speed. But it depends on particular type of approach what you have. Maybe you have RNAV approach, RMP approach, or other stuff. So I may also use LNAV, VNAV during all approach sometimes. And again, my friends, we're here with you just for the joy purpose to fly this video game of Boeing 737. But if you want to fly the real airplane, don't use this as your guidance. Follow your airline manuals, follow your country regulations. I know you're awesome guy, so you need to follow special awesome guy checklist. So first, like this video, then subscribe to my channel, then ring the bell, whatever it means. Thank you very much for watching this video and have a great time. My friends, I always read your comments and I try to answer to all of you. Every one of you is very important for me on my channel. So if you have some critiques, suggestions or questions, you may write your comment just in the comment section below this video. Thank you very much for your support. You are awesome.